Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the final word. Tottenham Hotspur coming to Goodison and demolishing us, let's just say. We've got Paul Nealon in from Irish Football Fan TV. That just trips off the tongue, that, Paul, by the way. It just trips off the tongue, that title. I'm sure once you're more established, people will just be calling it
IFFTV.
Oh, okay, yeah, because that's a little bit more
accommodating. That's a bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crap, wasn't it, this game? Let's be honest, Baz. It was a little bit crap. I don't know how you felt going into it. I was a bit like, yeah, it's going to be a tough game. We'll wait and see what happens. Weekend's finished. You know, the window's finished. We're back to footy. Let's just see what happens. But after about 25 minutes, it all just went very quickly.
Escaped the hurricane and went into a storm. You said, how did it feel going into it? Knackered,
yeah,
basically.
Okay.
Jet lag. I'm always confident at home, always against anyone. I feel we can beat anybody apart from Liverpool. I always feel we can beat anybody at Goodison, and I felt that way Saturday. I knew they're a top side, and for me, definitely one of the three contenders for the title this season, most definitely. And I knew that we'd have to play out of our skin to beat them. And I thought, ironically, we started the game all right.
Yeah.
But I must admit, when I seen the team, I scratched my head a little bit, to be honest with you, when I seen the team formation.
Well, on paper, it looked like our strongest team. On paper, before the game, without maybe Martina, but on paper, like you could see he's trying to fit in all the new signings. But obviously, there's going to be problems with doing that, you know.
But you know what the problem for me was? We played Chelsea with Rooney and Sandro and didn't lay a glove on them, and we went against another strong physical team at the back and played those two again. So that to me is signs of something not working. And then you go, well, didn't let it work last time, so we'll do it again this week.
Yeah, we knew we had to match them with energy, because that's Spurs. They're full of energy and they get around the pitch well, whereas we did for the first 20 minutes.
I just think, I'm just going to bring it back to the team selection. I don't think this team can function without Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I know that's putting a lot of responsibility on a young man's shoulders, but that's just where we are. We didn't get a centre forward in the summer, which is going to be one of those things that could come back to haunt the manager more than anyone else. I think could come back to haunt him massively, that he didn't kick up more of a fuss. I know he kept on mentioning it in press conferences, but if he really wanted a centre forward, I think he should have demanded it, and he shouldn't have fucked off on holiday while the transfer window was going. And I'll say that now. If he really wanted a centre forward in the last few days, he should have stayed at home and been on the phone and been doing whatever he wanted to do. He shouldn't have gone on holiday. Because as far as
it shouldn't have took that long.
No, you're right. You're right, Baz. It shouldn't have took that long. But if he really wanted a centre forward, he should have been on the phone night and day. And I'm not saying he wasn't on the phone night and day in his holiday, but he shouldn't have gone on holiday. I don't care. That's his job. That's one of his jobs. I know he's not. That's not his main job. But he shouldn't have gone on holiday. He should have stayed at home, and he should have been trying everything he could to get someone in. Because who knows? We've heard rumours of players not signing for certain clubs because they didn't get to talk to the manager. So who's to say that someone didn't want to sign for us because they didn't get that face-to-face meeting about how responsibilities. But that's to the side. We've only got one proper number 9 centre forward now, and his name's Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and it doesn't matter if he's 20 or whatever. He has to play in these games, because we've seen it already unsettling Man City's defenders. We've seen him unsettle the Chelsea defenders when he came on. We've seen how well he worked when he played against Man City, when he played second half. That's his role, and if the manager can't see that, then there's a problem. And you're right, Paul, trying to fit all those players just because they've been bought into one team is not the way to go, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I'm not a well-paid manager with all the experience that our manager's got, but surely when you're playing a top side at home in the first 2 weeks of the season, you go, well, all right, we've got you. You're not all settled in. Let's have a sensible approach. Let's play let's play Tom Davies because he was here last season. Let's play Holgate at right back. Let's play Klassen in a more Klassen or or Sigurdsson in a more familiar role. But trying to put players into a team, I don't know what he was trying to do. I really don't, Baz. I mean, if you can explain it better than me, I don't know what he was trying to do.
I don't think I can explain it better, because I don't think any of us, I don't think he knows. That's the problem, is that it's great having all these players, but you don't know how to use them. Just because you've got 3 number 10s, you don't have to play 3 number 10s. You know, I personally, after this game, Sandro and Klaassen wouldn't start again for me now for about 8 weeks. 20 or one of them, 20, 25 minutes here and there, because the team is just, at this moment in time, it's a new team, and it's a new team.
When you say that, can I just, do you mean all games or just Premier League games?
Premier League game, European game. Klaassen knows the European style. That's fine. He's been fine in Europe, and Sandro will need games.
Yeah.
So maybe we have to play slightly different in the European games. I don't know. That'll be dictated by each game and who the opposition are. But the Premier League, the only game we've won was when Dominic Calvert-Lewin started. Now, okay, no, he started out wide against Stoke and it didn't work in the first half, although he set the goal up for Wayne Rooney, so he could argue it did work. But when he went down the middle in the second half of that game and enabled Rooney to drop in, we were much, much better, and we should have put the game to bed. That, 3 or 4-0, not 1-0.
Well, he was brilliant against City. He got himself around like everywhere, and they're arguably the best team in the league right now. And he was bullying Stones, not so much company, but he was still getting himself up for every ball. If the ball does go long now, who have we got to win it or make it stick up there? We don't have anyone.
I think one of the big I thought we started really well at the weekend. I thought Saturday we started really well. I thought the first 20 minutes before they scored, we were moving the ball really well. It was really working. The best chance we had, we watched it on the rewatch, Paul, and for Patreon, and there was lovely movements. A great run by Martin, a great ball by Rooney, got in the box and he just put it wide. I know it sounds stupid, but he's 5 more yards inside the box, he's putting that in.
Should have gone with his life and swooped it.
So that was a lovely move, and we started positively. But I just think after a little while, it just started coming back, and Spurs just got more of a grip of the game, because they knew that we didn't have anything up front to hold the ball up, and it just kept on coming back, and then eventually they were going to make that pressure tell. And as fluky as it was, the 1-0 up, but for the second goal, it showed just pressure again on the ball, and unless you've got a centre forward that is going to hold the ball up, or playing a way that's going to hold the ball up, nothing's going to change. So I slightly disagree with you on, I think Klaassen and Sandro have to be played. They have to be played, but not every single game, and they have to fit into a system that gets the best out of them. So because I think if you just say they're not playing for like a certain amount of time,
you're saying give them 20 minutes.
No, but I don't think that's going to help them. I think they have to play games.
Then
we'll just wait. But you've just wasted. What I'm saying is you've got to play them. You've got to give them games, but you can't be playing all of them at the same time.
No, but they're the two that, for me, need the most time. You've got Sigurdsson knows the Premier League, no issue with him. Wayne Rooney knows the Premier League, no issues with him. Michael Keane, Pickford, the kids that have come in, the lads that have come in, all know the game, bar them two, and those two are the two that look lost to me.
I didn't think Sandro was that bad. I just don't think I just don't think we know what he is, and I don't think
he knows.
And I was about to go. I don't think he knows how he fits into it, and I think that's the big problem, is that we've got all these players, like Paul said at the beginning. You're trying to shoehorn all these players into one team. Take a step back and say, this game, Sandro's going to play in behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Rooney misses out, and in the
But he can't play. I just don't think you can do
right, well, no, you're not Rooney, but someone like and then Klaassen comes in for another game, and players play in their real positions, and they get, and I'm not saying every game, but starting with a load of players when I don't know what the system was. I don't even know what the format was. It 4-3-3?
It seemed that way, yeah. Well, it reminds me of when Spurs sort of sold Bale, and they brought in all these new players, and they were trying to bed them all in.
Yeah, I've heard that said before, and I understand the principle behind that. Trying to bed a load of players in at once. I just don't think those players were good enough that Spurs brought in, and you might be right. I just think Klaassen's trying to settle in, but what position's he playing? I think that for me is the bigger problem. What position is Klassen playing in?
He's playing as a number 10.
And so is Wayne Rooney. And so is Gylfi Sigurdsson.
But Sigurdsson, if you watch Sigurdsson at Swansea, people go on, he's a number 10. He wasn't number 10, played on the left of 3.
He did.
And he dropped in, so he was fine, Sigurdsson. That position is fine. He's not an issue, although 45 million is still an issue for me, for someone with no pace whatsoever. Klassen he's got a clever footballer. You look at him, his touch is good. He wants to knock it in and get it back and keep it going. The fact is, we don't do that. And Sandro, who's supposed to be your centre forward, is nowhere to be seen.
He's not a centre forward.
He's running off. Well, he is a centre forward. He's just that he's not a target man.
No.
Centre. He's not someone who's going to play back to front. He's the kid that plays. I'm saying to you before, he should be playing on the shoulder of defenders, because that's what he's about. You can tell very quickly what he is. He's not a back to goal centre forward. So if he's not a back to goal centre forward and he's playing as the lone striker, what's the point?
Well, if you play him in a 2 up top and he's playing off someone like Calvert-Lewin, then that's fair enough. I wouldn't be playing him up top on his own. No, like at the centre of our attack.
Then the issue is the 4-3-3, which is all. I'll be honest, it's always an issue for me. It's a bollocks formation. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Unless you've got Neymar, Suarez and Messi, at that time we were brilliant, or Bale, Ronaldo and Benzema and people like that. It's bollocks, the formation, and it's bollocks for us, because we 4-3-3, how the hipsters like it, is 4-3 and 3, so you're wide. Yeah, our 4-3-3 is like that. It's so narrow. It's not a 4-3-3, it's a 4-3-2-1.
Well, Sandro should be, for me, Sandro should be getting chalk on his boots. He should be that wide, shouldn't he, really?
And cutting in. He should be trying to get involved in the game, he's not.
And that's what I'm saying. So I didn't think it was a 4-3-3, because I didn't see anyone wide.
But what is he then? What was it then?
No, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what formation it is, and I don't know what formation will get the best out of these players. I really don't, because you're relying on your full-backs to get forward. Baines can't get forward. It's as simple as that now. He can't get forward like at any kind of rapid.
He can't get forward because there's nothing in front of him.
Well, there was in this game, wasn't there? But what I'm saying is,
but it wasn't. When he played on my side in the second half, I don't know who.
Well, there wasn't second half.
Sigurdsson wasn't ahead of him.
Yeah, but in the first half, Sigurdsson didn't keep his shape well in the first half.
So that's probably why they had nothing down the right hand side. Trippier didn't see second half.
They linked up well in the first half. Sigurdsson and Baines, they were linking up well.
So I would, for me at the moment, because
no, I agree. It's just mad.
Because we're all over the place at the moment. I think I would play 4. I'd go 4-4-1-1.
Back to basics,
right now. Okay, people mightn't like that formation because I'd play Sigurdsson in front of Baines for now, because I still think he's got that ability. He can go and join in as long as he comes back and helps out the other way.
But wasn't he
the issue is the right hand side. Because the other issue as well, the other thing I want to talk about is the 2 in the middle of the park.
But we'll come on to that.
No,
we'll come on to that.
Those 2.
We'll come on to that. But going back to that formation, what? So 4-4-1-1.
Yeah. And I'd have Calvert-Lewin as the point. Yeah. Rooney's our best number 10. Look, there isn't even an argument there. And I'd play him just off. And we need to then support.
See, this is another thing that worries me, is that you buy a player like Klassen, who was the number 10 at Ajax, captain.
He was, but then he went back as part of the 2, so just centre midfield.
Okay.
I thought he was a 10.
Okay, well he's a centre midfielder. That's fine. And then you bring someone like Gylfi Sigurdsson, who's 28, just turned 28, wants to play in the centre of the park, wants to be everywhere, wants to be all action. He's got to the age, he's made the step up. He's just been bought for 45 million. And you've got Wayne Rooney. And you've essentially just bought 3 players where all 3 of them will be expecting to play in a similar position because of the status they've come from. And I think that's another little worrying thing, is that all those 3 players in their own right will be thinking, I deserve to be in that spot, or maybe lesser Klassen because he's coming into the Premier League. But certainly Rooney and certainly Sigurdsson will want to play in that same position. And what, Sigurdsson's not going to go, well, I didn't come here to sit on the left for a couple of years till Rooney's had his day.
Does he want to be playing on the left?
No, but he's not playing. If I was someone like Sigurdsson and I just made a move from Swansea to Everton, maybe his last big move, I'd be thinking I want to play in the middle of the park.
But does he? Do you know that he wants to play there?
I said I would if I was.
I know, but I'm saying he might be quite happy being on the left of a four.
But wouldn't you think that he'd want to be involved in everything though, as a player?
I think he wants to play in a good side and be involved.
Well, he's still chuffed that up, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. At the moment. Yeah.
I agree. I just think that all those three players, apart from Klassen maybe, they're not willing to take a back seat for anyone else. And I just wonder whether that could be a little issue, because you're trying to. I just wonder whether we are trying square pegs round holes, and you shouldn't be trying square pegs round holes with players that you bought.
Someone said that at the game the other day.
See, the thing with Rooney at the moment, he didn't have very good games, hasn't he? But he's been one of our better players, right? But there'll be times when he isn't, and then he does need to come and sit on the bench then. And then maybe that's when Klassen go. I just think at the minute we've got an issue with, we've got no width whatsoever, absolutely no width whatsoever. We're not blessed with lightning pace, so we're not going to cut anyone open the way we're playing. And the midfield isn't working, it's not functioning. Your two midfield players aren't functioning at all. So at this moment in time, everything's a mess, which is why we haven't hit the ground running. And I think you'd either go with a flat back four, or you mix it up and go, right, we're not getting anything here, we've got no width whatsoever, so my width is going to come from my full-back, so we're going to play 3-5-2. And really what he should have done, it became very evident after half an hour that they were just exploiting the fact that they had three at the back, that Ben Davies was, you know, dare I say, a better tactician. And I kept seeing him do this, so I don't understand why he didn't do it. Is go, right, we've gone 1-0 down, they're getting too much space, let's go three at the back and mix it up a little bit. Make a sub if you have to. If that's the way it is, do it. But he didn't, just left it. You know, instead of going like for like with them and just trying to match up. Now, okay, they still probably would have beat us because we weren't playing very well. But if we went three at the back, you could then have John Joe Kenny as right wing back. Baines could then offer you the left, and then you'd have a midfield player, and then you could make that midfield one holder and two, maybe a Klassen and maybe a Davies or a Sigurdsson, and then you could have two options up front, and then all of a sudden you get an opportunity, you know. And if your two up front are Wayne Rooney and Calvert-Lewin, or Sandro and Calvert-Lewin, or Klassen and do you know what I mean? You've got the option to make it an extra body in midfield or an extra man for flicks off Calvert-Lewin, because at the moment we're not going to get any flicks because we've got two lads who aren't very big. Sandro's never, he was jumping ahead of the ball like Andy Johnson used to do. I'm jumping, but I don't want to head it in case, and I don't want to go in case you'd hurt me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's never going to win a header again. They were big lads.
He's just jumping for the sake.
So I just don't understand how. And the other thing I don't understand, and this is the real big thing, is that he banged on about a target man, and we've got a targetish man.
Well, I was going to say this to you. I was going to say this: if a Giroud was in the squad on Saturday, he would have started, wouldn't he?
Of course he would.
So why didn't Dominic Calvert-Lewin start?
That would have made a big. He'd have made a big difference.
And it's not. I'm not saying Dominic Calvert-Lewin is anywhere near as good as Giroud, but he's the same kind of player. Yeah. He's a target man who'll stand up front and be a nuisance. Someone you can move around. Whereas Sandro wants to be over here, and he wants to be over there, and Rooney wants to be over there, and there's like, and they've got three centre backs.
That's the thing, is that they're all kind of coming in like that. So you got Sigurdsson, Klassen, Rooney, Sandro, and they're all coming in like that into the same positions, because they're effectively, that's where they all play, so they're all going and making the same runs.
But it's not just that as well. If you look at the first 20 minutes, we had Joy down the flanks. You know, one side you've got Martina throwing balls in, and on the other side you've got Sigurdsson and Baines working together to put ball. And what? You throw a ball in and what?
Sigurdsson put a cross in after about a minute, and it was perfect.
It was.
Penalty spot, there was no one there. And exactly. You think if Calvert-Lewin was there, we'd have had an attempt at goal.
Even if you had an old-fashioned centre-forward, Strack-Lowersi in there, he's throwing a head in there, he's challenging the centre-backs. We've got lads on the edge of the... How many times did Sandro... I mean, why... Can someone explain to me why, when we had corners, Sandro was standing on the corner of the box? Every corner, he's standing on the corner on the box. Like you've just said, doesn't want to go in and hurt himself. Every time he did something nice on the edge of the box, he laid it off, and Martina, he just stood there and watched. Get yourself in the fucking box, lad. break your neck. That's what centre forwards do, and that's why I say I don't think he's a proper centre forward. He's someone who just wants to be in there. He's effectively another number 10 because he doesn't want to get in the box. He doesn't want to hurt himself and get in there. But he's not an old-fashioned centre forward. He's very much maybe a false number 9.
Yeah, he's doing that a lot there, just admiring his passes, as you were saying, just doing nothing like, oh, here you go, I've done my bit. Instead of, like, when Rooney against Stoke gave it, he broke his bollocks to get in there and reap the rewards from it. We just, it's so frustrating to watch, because you've seen them, Spurs doing that the other end. Every single one of their players, from the strikers to the midfielders, are all breaking their bollocks to get in and try and get on the end of it.
Look at the third goal. Kane makes a run from our centre midfield effectively because someone should have been tracking him and wasn't, and he just runs past everyone because everyone else is transfixed on the ball. They're all looking at the ball, and this is what good strikers do. They don't worry about all that. They just run in, and if you don't track them, there you go. He's got a lovely little tapping, and everyone goes, "Isn't that a lovely little tapping?" Didn't see the 15-yard run he's just made, and that can't be allowed to be done. But I mean, as a centre forward, you've got to make those runs, and we don't have anyone making those runs at the moment, and that's for me, that's a massive issue at one end of the pitch, and at the other end of the pitch, we're not defending it. Well, the worrying thing is, you know, we've had 6 shots on target in 4 Premier League games. I don't care who you're playing against. That's a massive. That's a huge problem.
I think Swansea were the only ones who had less than us. So that may have changed since yesterday.
And the thing about that is, that doesn't need centre forwards. Why haven't we got players just taking pot shots? Rooney taking a pot shot, Klassen taking a pot shot. You know, whoever's in the middle there. Why aren't they just getting out the feet and having a strike just to test the goal? Kane throws a cross in and it gets him in the back of the net. Things happen. It always seems to be the same problems with us, though. Doesn't matter who the personnel is. Doesn't even matter who the manager is. We don't take shots outside the area, and our full-backs don't go out to stop crosses. Are these written on the wall at Goodison and Finch Farm? You know, thou shalt not.
It's so annoying because they're just, even if it's just slow from the back, it's all just slow passing. They don't get the ball up to the pitch quick enough. So the other team is just sit back, let them have the ball there. Our defenders were just knocking balls just to each other, just across the back 4, and Spurs were just like, alright, we'll let them keep it. It was so annoying.
I don't think they were particularly quick though, Spurs, but they just used the ball very well. They had someone who could knock our defence. I mean, Ashley Williams just got bullied from the first whistle. Kane was magnificent. His hold-up play, he wanted to get involved, but they just then, because they had the width, it allowed people to get into the penalty area. Do you know what I mean? Rather than it being condensed, when we had it, like you were saying, there's all this lovely little interchange, one touch, but it's all going nowhere in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
You know, with nice little layoffs. The only real time we done it was the Sandro one you spoke about before, where it was in, back, round the corner, get in the box, nice little move. We didn't really see much of that again. We seen another one, he had the shot block, Sandro, with someone in the head of the box.
Yeah.
Other than that was it. You know, when you think
they're trying to walk the ball in the net.
We're not committing players, you know, take a shot, make them have to dive in and block shots. Make it a free kick on the edge of the box, and then our £45 million man can show us what he's got.
I can't really remember, like, the last time we've had a shot on target. When was the last time we scored a goal from outside the box, like, of note?
Baines in the Europa League, but that was it. But energy's a big problem, because energy's a big factor. I was watching their play. Was supposed to be a high pressing team. Where's the pressing? And Koeman almost just
depressing is what it is.
Koeman just stands there though, and he doesn't give off an air of like, I've asked my team to do this and they're not doing it. It's all just like, I'm going to Barcelona and see you lads, you just get on with it. And I get when you see games like this, fans feel like that. We were talking before.
But I was watching Pochettino and I thought he'd be up and down. He wasn't
too bad because his team do what he has.
No, but I'm saying, I don't think the manager's the
No, it's not.
You've got to find a balance. You've got Koeman who'll stand there in a suit, you know, and people won't be happy with that because he's not. Or you've got the other clown across the park fucking praying and looking at the crowd and bumping his chest and, you know, making it about him. Or Conte, you know, Conte's Conte, isn't he? You know, you like him or whatever. But
Italian bastard.
I don't think, if you look at it, that didn't really bother me the way Koeman is. his demeanour on the lines, you know what I mean? That doesn't really bother me, but what you say is right. He beats this drum of a high press team. And the only game I can really remember, it was the Tottenham game last year.
Yeah, first game of the season.
When we were outstanding at it. And other than that, we don't really... We work... I wouldn't say the players don't work hard, because I think they do, but we don't do it the way other teams do it. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't come natural to them, though. I watched that Spurs team, and I think it comes very natural to them. The players they've bought are already in that mode of players who will... Like, every time we got the ball, a couple of their players as midfielding, you have to take 2 strides and they've half covered the pitch. They're there. And because of the way that they function and way it's all...
But they are, don't forget, they are settled. They're a few years in and a well-oiled machine.
They are, it's drilled. What I'm saying is, though, we're a year down the line and I don't see it anyway. I don't see a team that's been bought or set up for this high press.
See, the problem I've got with it is we've had a Everton. We've had a hell of a lot. I'm not interested in net fucking spend and all that, does me head and all that bollocks, but we've spent a lot of money since the turn of the year, you know, and we're still looking at it and going, right, we're still short there and we're still short. The centre forward thing I will bang on about, because I wanted 3 new centre forwards last year when we had Lukaku to play with Ron, and we let that go without doing it. And we knew in February, wasn't it, when he
disputed the contract, yeah.
When he said, I'm not signing. So that day, the work should have begun to have the centre forward. Now, I know Giroud said he was coming and all that, and that's great, but if he's coming before we go on pre-season tour then, or he's coming before we play our first Europa League game. If he isn't signed by then, you end that. You go, right, you're not in, right, we're giving you till Friday. If you haven't signed, we're moving on. You can't tell me that there isn't a centre forward who we could have got if we'd have gone in on June the 1st looking for play. You can't tell me there's not someone who can do that role. Okay, it might be the one you want, and that's why the deadline day thing I kind of get not paying 64 million for Benteke or 62, whatever they were quoted on deadline day. I get them not paying 40 odd for Jimenez in Portugal. I get them not. Fine, because it's late and that money's ridiculous. But do it early, do it on June the 5th. That's the priority. You've lost someone who scores. Whether you like Lukaku or you don't like Lukaku, he's a goal scorer, and we knew he was going, and so that should have been the number one. So it was great. The business we've done was fantastic, and I think we've bought quite well, really. I think the team is. I'd say the team is stronger. Other than, obviously, it sounds ridiculous, but we've lost a centre forward who scores your goals, and I really believed we'd get someone who was capable of getting 15, 18 in that mould, and then you're only piecing together 5, 6, 7, 8 goals from other areas. The fact we didn't is negligent. It's absolutely negligent.
I would have liked to have gotten Vardy.
Vardy's one, he knows but again, he's not target man, but you know what he gets. You get Vardy, you'd get your 15, 18 goals, of course.
With that team around him, I think he would.
And the thing with Vardy is, as well, is he sets the precedent, doesn't he? He runs around, he's a horrible
presses high and
bastard, isn't he? Wears Lonsdale.
But he does, he presses, that's the thing though.
But he starts
he presses from the front, and that's what Dominic Calvert-Lewin did. He did it when he came on. He didn't have much to do, but the first thing he did was harass the centre back down and force him to put it out.
To him, he was on the pitch for 45 seconds. He went 3-0. Because you're thinking, if we get one here first 15, even though they should be out of sight, really, we could, 2-1. They get edgy, the crowd get up, because the crowd were quiet, weren't we? Obviously, because we didn't give them anything to cheer about. But I just think Calvert-Lewin's got to play.
He's got to play. Right, let's just talk about something else. Garner and Morgan Schneiderlin. We started the season talking about, well, it's in pre-season, talking about Morgan Schneiderlin and Garner and how maybe we didn't need both of them. Now, could losing one of these players actually fit? Could actually help this team move on? Could Klassen take up one of those positions? Could Tom Davies take up one of those positions? We've got a lot of games. That's the thing. I mean, there will be games when you look at you need both of them, but then we look at it and say, well, that game on Saturday is a game that we need both of them. But yeah, Garner does get what Garner does, but Schneiderlin was terrible. And he hasn't been... Alright, Man City was alright. He played okay. And I thought, again, away at Highbury Split, I thought he was very good. But in the Premier League, it started in pre-season. It never looked like he was fit, like he was up for it. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know what's wrong with him. When we highlighted it before with the third goal, just letting him go. And even if you watch the goal back, there's a look on his face that as soon as that ball comes across, that he knows he's lost Kane and he knows what's going to happen. And this, I don't know whether maybe that needs to be broke up, and maybe we'd see more of Garner doing his job, and maybe we need a bit more productivity in there, whether that be Klassen or Tom Davies, who's...
You sound like human there, the productivity. But yeah, I agree. It could create a diamond sort. You could have Schneiderlin, then 2 centre mid, and then say Sigurdsson or Klassen at the top of the Christmas tree almost, or Rooney even, and then you could have your other players in and around that. But yeah, I think it would be worth checking it out, even against Sunderland or that Cyprus team.
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, I think so. I'm not being impressed with Garner either. They've done it around.
Yeah, he's just chasing shadows, really, isn't he?
Like, for the sake, the pair of them at the weekend with Mingen, really, you know, and one of them probably, you know, not for every. There's definitely a case for them playing games together. There's no question about it. And you think that they'd eat the whole game up, the way Garner like runs around and gets it, and how good Schneiderlin is. But it's not working at the minute, you know. And Tom Davies, when he plays in there, takes you forward as a player. Saying that, he come on Saturday and he didn't really work. His touch wasn't there. It was bobbling away from him.
It's just kind of hard to get into a game.
All of them at the moment aren't on it, and that's worrying to me.
I don't know. I think, yeah, I do think we're trying to shoe on too many players in there, and this idea that Garner and Schneiderlin have to play every game, I just think that's nonsense. And it's going back to the... Maybe when they're in a bit of form, great, but at the minute, is there anyone, if you look at that, the keeper was my man on the match at the weekend, because I don't think he did. Exactly, that was why, because he had to be. I thought Baines done alright. Rooney stuck at it but didn't play very well. Other than that, you're scratching your head going, who was alright for us. No, so if you look at that team now, you look and go, you know, who are the players you look and go, we can't be without him, most definitely. So you say the goalkeeper, you say Michael Keane, obviously Baines because we haven't got another left back. You know, ahead of them,
maybe Rooney. It's the case.
But then again, I defend Rooney a lot because I think his brain and his ability is fantastic. But again, if you look at that now, we shouldn't be saying there's only really 3 that you know, that can't be dropped. We should be looking going, there's 8 of them, they need to play, and then the other 3 you can mix and match. And at the minute, you're 2 centre. Schneiderlin last year when he come in was like a Rolls. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he was
absolutely fantastic. He hasn't been good. Garner was unbelievable last season. He's not really done much for me so far this season.
I thought Garner was a lot better when he was
on his own,
the defensive midfielder rather than one.
Well, he did. He kind of lost his way when Schneiderlin come in, as if like, you've took my role, kind of thing. I know what I was doing, and now you've come in. It's kind of complicated. And then he got himself back a little bit. I just think, you know, we dare to say it, we're missing Ross Barkley. Type. I don't know. I don't fall into that camp. I don't think we miss Ross Barkley at all. In where I think he's a good player, and I just don't. It's not like I don't mean like that. I just don't see a big. He's not the reason why we're not winning.
I just don't see a big Ross Barkley shaped hole in the team. That's all. I just don't.
We don't have anybody who carries the ball forward.
I just don't. I don't know if that's down to personnel or the way we're set up though. Because as you said, we don't create space.
But if he was in that, and this isn't, we're not where we are because of Ross Barkley. Let's just, you know. But I'm just saying to you, who would take the ball up the pitch the way Ross does in that team, regardless whether he was fit or he wasn't fit, or he's left or he hasn't left. Who in that midfield would carry the ball, and why aren't they? Doesn't matter how you set up. If Ross Barkley was in that team now, the way it's set up, he would still get the ball and take it, wouldn't he? Because that's what he does. He wouldn't all of a sudden become this player that just pops it off every now and then. He doesn't know how to do that. he's a runner with the ball, which takes us up the pitch. At the moment, for me, the midfield, too many of them are just passing it on. Do you know what I mean? Without going anywhere.
No, I agree.
I agree. At the weekend, so many times, pass, and then back. Why are we going back? Fucking 3-0 down. Why are we going back? Did he just go? Let's not concede anymore, lads, because this is embarrassing.
No, you're right. You're right. There's not enough. There aren't players taking on. But the essential way is you don't see anyone dribbling in our team. You don't see anyone committing. You don't see anyone eating up the grass, trying to get forward. And you're right. You know, that's what Ross Barkley was very, very good at. When he's at it. Unfortunately, then he gets to a certain point and stops. And I understand that. But we've got no one like that. And that's you're right. But I don't want to get into the conversation about Ross Barkley because that's up to him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Players were bought on the back.
He's injured anyway.
Exactly, but players were bought on the back of Ross Barkley basically not committing his future to Everton.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the way it looks. Gylfi Sigurdsson might be that man, but again, you know, it's just his first game with Goodison. It's hard to know. I just, it's just hard to figure out where it all is. And
Martina,
fucking shit, mate. That's all I'm going to say. He's
at the moment
garbage.
He might come back.
He's not, mate. He's garbage. I'm sorry. He's garbage. Not anywhere near what Everton need. He's absolutely abysmal footballer. I can't say it any clearer than that. And he's stopping a young prospect from coming through. And I don't blame the lad. They're just playing Koeman straight off the bat. And I said this on Saturday. There's little things that I look at and I think we're going to have to keep an eye on that. The thing that was always with Martinez was the Tim Howard thing. Pace, who can drive the team forward as well. No, I'll just leave Holgate on the bench. When's he going to do something a little bit different? And instead of Keane, Jagielka or Williams, or Jagielka and Williams, do something. You got a young kid on there, Holgate, that has proved he's a good defender. Give him a bit of confidence and play him at centre back in the 3 because he's done it and he's been okay. But the only way the likes of Holgate and the likes of Davies are going to get any better is if they're played in their proper positions and not, again, shoehorned in. Tom Davies is not going to get any better as a player if he doesn't start playing where that kid should be playing, instead of just bringing him on and going, you play there somewhere in the midfield, just run around a bit.
See, my back 4 at the moment, and it might be risky, but I'd have Kenny at right back, I'd have Holgate and Michael Keane, and I'd have Baines with Pickford, and I'd just say, let's see how we go, because Williams, you know, I thought he'd done alright. I know a lot of people don't like him. Fine. How has he done okay for us last year? We improved defensively from the year before, and he was a big part of that. So he done okay for me. I think he
organised us a lot better.
Yeah, I think he started the season poorly. I do this time out. And plus he's just gone and played 2 games with Wales. Jagielka haven't played, so why wasn't Jagielka in there? You know, I know he's a bit older, but Jags for me should have been in there with Keane if that's how he wanted to go. If he wanted Martinez an attacking right back, play the 3 and have him pushed on. So basically most of his job is just to get forward and put crosses in, or to keep an eye on Ben Davies. But Martinez is not very good defensively, or doesn't appear to be very good defensively. So leaving him as a right back in a 4 when Ben Davies is coming forward, you're exposing Williams because he's not playing well. You know, we need to beat Tottenham at the weekend. We needed everyone on form.
Yeah.
Everyone was off form.
And we needed to match them as well. We just didn't at all. Jagielka had started the season well as well. Do you know what I mean? I know last year he was terrible at the start of the season, but this season Jags had started well, and he done very well at City. Yeah. Well up against Aguero, like.
But again, though, you look at it and you think, why wasn't getting a left-sided centre back more of a priority? Why was it like this? That's what we want. Why weren't we in the conversation for some centre backs left side that were going to be part of the defence with Keane? Why didn't we just? Why you know, he wanted to get rid of Jagielka, and Foonsmori's shite anyway. So what was he thinking? Williams is on his last legs. So why did he think it was just like oh, I'll leave that to last? Why wasn't it one of those automatic priorities? He knew he had Keane in the bank. He had Keane in the bank for months. So why wasn't he going for a top left-sided centre back that we could start the season with? You know, with Pickford and have a new solid base to build from. Now it's going to be every other week. It's going to be, well, it's Williams or it's Jags. It's Williams or it's Jags. It's Williams every week. How's that going to help continuity? You know, at the back. How's that? It's the little decisions that for me, the big decisions we've done quite well over the summer. It's just those little decisions that maybe should have been big decisions. Like, your first thing should have been getting a top-class centre-forward in. Not, oh, well, we'll see what happens. No, that should be your number one. If you're losing a brilliant centre-forward, go and get another brilliant centre, if you can, and pay the money. It just baffles me. It's like it's backwards. Some of the decisions have been done backwards, or simply they haven't realised the priority that was for those positions.
It baffles me that we never made an approach for Hernandez for the price that he was going.
Yeah, definitely.
No, but he's in.
No,
I can understand why I didn't go for him, because I'm not saying he's not good, because he is a good, really good finisher, but he wouldn't have helped us.
But Lukaku was the same type of just a finisher.
Strong though, Ron.
True.
Ron could battle, couldn't he? Hernandez.
When he wanted to.
Oh yeah, well, of course.
But I look at the centre-back position, and I feel like he only decided he needed another centre-back when he found out Funes Mori was going to be out. It's like, hang on, Funes Mori's garbage. Yeah. What are you just looking at sheer numbers here? You're looking at going, well, we've got 4 centre backs. Well, what if 2 of them are over 32 and one of them is crap but really good at barbecuing? You know what? That's the way you're going to look at it, isn't it? That centre back position only become a priority when Funes Mori got that injury. It was confirmed that he was going to be out for pretty much the entire season. It's like, hang on, that should have been straight off another centre back. Jagielka was halfway out the door last season.
Didn't he come out and say that Besic can play centre back?
Besic can't play centre back.
I know he can't, but he can.
Well, if he thinks he can, then we've got bigger issues than we look like we have at the moment. Because you'd have to be Cannavaro to be that small and play centre back. I'm sorry, you've got to be. You know, you're going up against people like Harry Kane, Lukaku next week. You need to be a big lad. Imagine him at centre back.
Yeah,
kicked them, and then when they were down, kicked them again.
I'd leave him in midfield, obviously, but he did come out and say that around the time when Funes Mori got injured and he was questioned.
Did, yeah. I think that there was players we could have got as well, like Wesley Hoyt, who was like 11 million or something. So, you know, a left-sided centre back.
Not to Southampton.
There's players there who, you know, even that Martin's Indy. You know, you could have gone saying he's great. Of course, he's not, but he's a big unit.
What about Mawson of Swansea?
But we were looking at it before. We were talking about it before, and we were saying, all right, maybe this sounds mad, but if you said to me 2 weeks ago, well, you know, Chris Wood, I'd have laughed at you. But then Chris Wood's come in and scored 2 goals in first 2 games for Burnley. I'm saying, well, that's not our job, is it? That's up to the manager, the scouting system, to look at those players and go, are they good enough? And maybe they didn't even look at them. But they're the players you just think, like the ones you just named, and gone, how have those teams got those players when we needed those players? Surely you just wonder whether they were ever looking in those directions.
I think I understand with like the centre forward and wanting better. I get that.
Yeah, of course.
I get it. You want to go to a next level. You need a next level centre forward. You know, Romelu Lukaku in this side changes Everton totally, doesn't it? Because you've got all lovely players who can make these little passes and create for them. You've got him who'll put the ball in the back of the net. But it's easy saying that because a lot of sides are missing a Romelu Lukaku, aren't they? So you've got to try and combat that. We knew he was going, but a left-sided centre back, you can pick them up easier. Lads to stop goals are easier to find than the kids who put the ball in the back of the net, and a lot cheaper. And it's that kind of thing. I think you just said, like, those little decisions. It's like the John Joe Kenny thing. Now, okay, people might be going, he's not good enough, like, fine, but we don't know if he's good enough. But Mason Holgate is good enough. But what's Mason Holgate going to be? Is he going to be a right back, or is he a centre back? So if he's going to be a centre back, why isn't he playing centre back?
I don't understand how, like, John Stones can get in at the same age and start consistently. I know he did under Martinez, but if Holgate's good enough, play him.
He played him. He's played him. That's the other thing. No, it's not like he's not played him.
Yeah, but I mean play him in his position.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, he played him like centre back in the 3 a few times last season, and we were brilliant in it. You know, you think of Leicester away, you think of Palace away, he played and was great, and you're going, like, he can do it, so why isn't he playing him? You know, if he doesn't trust him in a 2, which I don't know why you wouldn't, play him alongside Keane and go and have a go. Play the 3.
He might just be a little bit lightweight. That's my.
Oh, well, you don't know until he plays there, do you?
I think Holgate's in the air. He's a little bit. I think he gets caught out. But if you play him in a 3, and you've got that support around him, then that's how you get him in, isn't that? How you use him. You just.
Well, if he's not great in the air, most teams play with 1. So let Michael Keane go and take the person who's great near. Because Keane's great near. Let Holgate sweep up. There's enough players. You know, there's players who you know, there's ways. The manager, listen, he's very experienced and he knows. I'm sure he knows what he wants to do in his mind, and I'm sure Olivier Giroud in this team changes this team again and makes it. But we haven't got Olivier Giroud, and we're not getting him.
I think if you've got a goal scorer, it takes a massive amount of pressure off you, because if you're scoring goals and winning games, you can forget all that other stuff. We did that last season. All that other stuff is allowed to bed it in. You can forgive players' performance. You go, well, we won the game. Wasn't very good, but we won the game. I think that we'll find them this season, because we haven't got Romelu Lukaku. And also, we've had tough games as well. The last 3 games have been quite tough, really. We're up against, but as I said on Saturday, the idea was to close the gap on these teams, not get further away from them. But you know, it's a long season.
I mean, you can't take it away from them. They were brilliant. No. They smelt blood and put us to the sword, didn't they? And it's the kind of thing we need to be doing to teams below us.
Thankfully they took the foot off the pedal as well, because
the game was done, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought Flassett's done all right when he come out. Tried to run at them.
He was one of a few very little positives from the game.
You know, but you look at him though and go, what's he then?
Well, he's that ball carrying player we were talking about before.
But you can't play him in the middle of the. I thought he was going to be a wide player. Said he can play wide.
He's a wide forward, yeah.
You know, it's just. I think it's hard to see, because if this would have been in isolation, that game, I'd have said he won't play Rooney and Sandro up front again, because that didn't really work. But he done it at Chelsea, and then he played it this week. So.
The problem is, it could get worse before it gets better.
Well, we've got 2 very tough games, the next 2, Atlanta and United, and then we should be winning the 2 home.
I don't think Atalanta's that hard, but that worries me. They've played 3 games and lost 2 of them.
Yeah, 1-1.
Plus Sassuolo.
Go and have a look.
They lost their best player though from last season.
They were very good.
Yeah, because they lost their best player. He's gone.
So we.
They're not. I don't think they're that good a side, but that worries me more than anything. You're looking at each other like they're not that good a side. I promise
didn't do it.
You were looking at him, and that suggests you were trying to talk to each other. I don't think that a good. I don't think that a good side. I don't think we should be building up a good side, but that's for another video. Yeah, there you have it. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this one. Are you seriously worried, or are you just like, no, chill out, relax, it'll all sort itself out.
There is only the 4th game of the season, though. That's what we've got to remember.
It's the 8th game.
Say that to the Crystal Palace fans.
Yeah.
That's them, but when we have had City, Chelsea, and Tottenham.
Just be nice to have an idea of where it's all going.
It'd just be nicer if it got better very quickly.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to Patreon, make sure you check us out there. Thanks for watching Toffee TV, and we'll see you later.